Knowing why you build is a powerful foundation, but knowing how and what you'll build is where it becomes real. Welcome to part 16 of the journey from idea to fantasy sports platform in 100 days or less. A few episodes ago, I talked about Simon Sinek's why, how, and what. We've covered my why. Now it's time for the how and the what. The how is delivering a service that either solves problems for fantasy sports players or makes what's already out there better. That's where our value proposition and our unique selling points come in. The biggest problem right now, the drop-off in active users. Talking to players each season, the main reason they stop is simple. They fall too far behind in their leagues and don't see a point in continuing. It makes sense. There's no incentive to keep playing. So let's change that. Let's give them an incentive that isn't affected by when they join. And there it is, our first unique selling point. Now, what kind of incentive? It could be tickets, meet and greets, free entries to competitions, but realistically, it has to be something everyone can access consistently. So it has to have a financial element. That got me wondering, is there an overlap between fantasy sports players and sports bettors? It turns out there's a massive overlap. Last year, 78% of fantasy players also bet on sports, generating almost £10 billion in revenue, expected to double by 2030. At the same time, 75% of sports bettors said they also play fantasy sports. That means roughly 59% of the combined market does both. And if we look closer at the UK audience, the majority of fantasy sports players are 25 to 34 years old and 87% are male. We're starting to see a target persona emerge: young, competitive, tech-savvy, and financially motivated. So that's our next step. Turn this data into a clear customer profile and build a reward model that keeps players coming back. Hit like, follow, and join me in part 17 when I start refining the offering and comparing to some existing platforms in the same market.